Welcome, leaders. Today is not about surviving special education administration, it's about mastering it. Overseeing special education is one of the most complex leadership roles in education. You are balancing compliance, culture, instruction, staffing, family relationships, budgets, and student outcomes, often all before lunch. Today, we're walking through the top 10 essential skills that separate reactive administrators from transformational ones. And yes, we'll keep it real, practical, and maybe even a little fun. If special education had a heartbeat, it would be collaboration. Without it, the system flatlines. Your teachers, therapists, case managers, paraprofessionals, and general education staff must function as one ecosystem. Collaboration does not happen because you schedule an IEP meeting. It happens when trust, shared language, and psychological safety are intentionally built. Ask yourself, are your meetings productive or performative? Are voices truly heard? Administrators who master collaboration team building reduce conflict, improve IEP quality, and increase staff retention. Collaboration is not soft leadership, it is strategic leadership. Let's be honest. Sometimes IEPs can start to look like copy and paste documents. But individualized education is not a template, it is a promise. Your role is to ensure IEPs reflect real student needs, real data, and real growth targets. When you review IEPs, ask, is this truly individualized? Are goals measurable and ambitious? Would this make sense to a parent reading it for the first time? The power of special education lies in precision. Individualization is where compliance meets compassion. Inclusion is not a placement, it is a philosophy. An inclusion school culture celebrates differences rather than tolerating them. That culture starts with leadership language. How do you speak about students with disabilities? How do your teachers speak about them? True inclusion means students feel seen, respected, and valued. It also means general education staff feel supported, not overwhelmed, when serving diverse learners. An inclusion culture reduces stigma and increases student outcomes. Let's talk about the world that makes everyone nervous: budget. Resource allocation is one of your most powerful leadership tools. Where you allocate funding communicates priorities. Assistive technology, staffing ratios, professional learning, behavior supports, these decisions directly impact equity. Smart administrators analyze caseloads, service minutes, and staffing patterns. They ask, are we distributing resources based on data or tradition? Equity requires intentional allocation. Families are not interruptions to the process. They are essential partners. When parents walk into IEP meetings, they should feel informed, respected, and empowered. Your job is to ensure communication is proactive, not reactive. Strong administrators train teams on parent communication, transparency, and empathy. When families trust the system, conflict decreases and collaboration strengthens. Remember, parents know their child longer than any of us ever will. Now we get to my favorite topic, data. Data is not just for compliance reporting. It tells a story. Academic growth trends, behavior patterns, evaluation timelines, caseload imbalances. If you want to predict conflict, look at your data. If you want to improve outcomes, look at your data. If you want to justify resources requests, look at your data. The most effective administrators use data as a compass, not as a flashlight. Special education staff carry emotional weight daily. High needs, legal timelines, complex documentation, burnout is real. Creating a supportive environment means mentoring new staff, protecting planning time, celebrating wins, and addressing workload inequities. Happy staff do better work. Supported staff stay longer. Retained staff create stable programs. Support is not indulgent. It is a strategic retention planning. Transitions can make or break a student's progress. Whether moving grade levels or transitioning out of the program, students need continuity. Administrators must ensure that transition plans are proactive and collaborative. Are receiving teachers informed? Are students preparing socially and academically? Are families included? Smooth transitions reduce regression and increase long-term independence. No school operates in isolation. Community partnerships expand your capacity. Therapy providers, vocational programs, healthcare professionals, nonprofit organizations, these relationships strengthen student support systems. Strategic administrators build networks before they are urgently needed. Community collaboration transforms limitations into opportunities. When you prioritize these 10 skills, you move from managing a program to leading a movement. Special education administration is complex, but it is also powerful. You shape systems that shape lives. When leadership is strategic, collaborative, data informed, and compassionate, students thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. This quote is a leadership warning. If you do not define your program's narrative through data, outcomes, culture, and communication, someone else will. That might be a misunderstanding, or a compliance audit. Set targets, monitor progress, tell your story proactively. Leadership is about intentional narrative control. This is the most important takeaway that everyone has to remember. Set targets on improving your skills. My journey across private schools, public schools, central office leadership, and state level monitoring has given me one major insight: patterns matter. Visiting many school divisions showed me that strong programs are not lucky, they are intentional. They connect compliance, culture, and data. I love solving puzzles, and special education leadership is the ultimate puzzle. Every piece matters. Thank you for the work you do every day. Special education leadership is challenging, complex, and deeply meaningful. Now I challenge you. Which of these 10 skills will you intentionally strengthen this year? Because leadership growth is not accidental, it is designed. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future topics.